when I started to do choreography, it was something like, okay, well, I'm learning philosophy, okay, I'm a philosophy student, so why not to do some philosophical choreography, okay, it was like that years ago. And so dance was at the center, but I was using philosophical ideas to, you know, incorporate into dance. And then years passed, and bit by bit, I started to use some performative things, actions, whatever we can call, while I'm giving courses, okay, like Introduction to Philosophy, Ethics, Aesthetics. I was doing certain things, I don't know what to name, but I was doing it. It was just, you know, coming inside from me. I was not just giving them theory, but doing something else. And then years by years, this became, for me, this opened another gate, better to say, and I said, well, I'm doing performative philosophy, okay? And for about 4 or 5 years, I did it on myself, both at courses and also outside university at some philosophy conferences or at some other venues where I was invited, okay? I was both talking, presenting something, but I was also moving, trying to perform something. So I said to myself, well, this is, I think, revolutionary. I mean, at least for me it was revolutionary because, you know, years ago, dance was at the center and philosophy as a means. Now, I reversed the relation. I took out dance and movement outside. I put philosophy at the center of what I'm doing and try to use dance, gestures and movement as a technique, as a means to philosophize, to, you know, how to get two things together, okay? Because artists are doing this, right? Artists are, you know, use philosophy as a means, right? Artists, performers, whoever. But for philosophers, it's something totally new and different. You can't see much philosophers who dance and move, right? So I said, well, I have another mission. I will give a course on performative philosophy. I named it like that. Now I'm giving performative philosophy course in university to my philosophy students, aged 18, 19, okay? So we are in the middle of the semester, and we're both having fun, but I'm not doing this for fun. Fun is the result. I'm doing this to experiment, okay? So in a sense, I know what I'm doing, but in another sense, I don't know what I'm doing. And I like that. I don't know what I'm doing, because if you know everything, there's no experiment in it, right? So, but there is nothing right and wrong. You just try, and I said all this to my students. I said, well, you are my first students. Good luck, and but that's good for you. I mean, you are the first. And so, what we are going to do today, too, is for me to give you a sense of what I'm doing. Perhaps, of course, we have not too much time, but just a taste, a sense, okay? So that's it for now. Now I'm going to give you a sheet for each of you. In the first page, there is the abstract. If you haven't read it already, please, you can read it. And at the end of the text, if you can find at least one question, it doesn't have to be philosophical, just a question. It can be philosophical, of course. But what is philosophy anyway? Just keep a question in mind. So now let's move the chairs. away. Just improvise, okay, while you're walking and reading, and you can also use some gestures if you want, if you feel like while saying this also doing it, then please do, okay, and enjoy it. And keep, you found at least one question, keep that question in mind while walking, okay? Just enjoy. When we sing, the music moves break off from inside of us. Transform. Transform.
In fact, I have never been so ambitious. I'm scratching, rounding my face with pleasure. Rounding my face with pleasure.
Okay. Let's walk around the space. You can leave your text there. We don't need it here. I know we enjoyed it, but if we still have time, we can do it at the end. Okay, let's walk around the space again. Try to see each other at least. Now, with your partner, try to find a place, a proper place to move, so not quite near the chairs, okay? You can be in the middle, towards the end.
Having a conversation?
Yeah, you
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. Yes, just shaking hands, talking to each other.
Ah,
Have you found any movement?
distance.
Just do it.
Just strange, yeah.
You do it.
Conversation? Looking everywhere. I was at this talk. Okay, so seamless with life, right?
Yeah. That's great. Okay. Now we will do it harder. This was the easiest part. Are you ready? Let's have a try. Let's experiment. Okay?
I want to add something, but I don't want to interrupt.
New gestures, movements. Can we have a try? So we can do this.
I know that we've just met one another, but I just really wanted to get that off my chest. I thought it would be good if I told a stranger. So even though this is a fiction, but you don't feel the impulse to do that anyway. But we started talking about like ourselves, like, oh, I'm in a master's program, it's so hard, it's so lovely, where am I going to live after this, will I have a job? But the funny thing is the gesture came from a very natural place to begin with. So it's funny when we're pretending or when we're trying to be our fundamental selves, it doesn't come. Do you want to try and provoke it? Anyway, it's this. We've had this big conversation around how it came from a very natural place, but now it's hard to promote actually.
I thank you all for coming, for attending my workshop. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you keep certain things for yourself. And I hope that it was effective. If we can discuss later, maybe. Okay? So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so reversing the relation, yeah, the direction and relation, yeah.
And blurring also, okay, because mind can be free, but it can generate real happiness if it's
And at last, we are the judge, okay?
Yeah.
We are the judge in telling whether, we are pretending, we are acting freely.
Yeah.
So I told last time to my students too, I said a similar thing. I said, well, sometimes we are unhappy, we're not just smiling, So I just thought to myself, can we just reverse, the relation, and can we just force ourselves to smile so that maybe at the end we can become happy. I did that. And everyone started to smile like, yes, you can do that. You can affect your body.
That's real laugh.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me that.